Hey guys, Strife here. I wanted to make this short video on wardhopping and how I prefer to do it and how I think is the easiest way to practice it so that it becomes second nature in your gameplay. So yeah, let's get straight into the video. Firstly, obviously you've got stealth wards and then you've got pink wards. I personally think that the best number to have your stealth ward or your control ward on is 3, just because you have your index finger available to you more so than your middle finger. Your middle finger is probably going to be sitting on W the whole time, so it's easier to do index finger 3 and then W, and it's like a smooth 1-2 motion. You know, you go straight from your index finger into your middle finger. So, and the way that I practice this motion of doing ward hops is obviously there's kind of 3 steps to it. To do it quickly. So obviously you need to do 4 W and then you need to do it all instantly, right? And then the other issue is recasting. Lee Sin is a very resource. His energy pool can get drained pretty quickly, especially if you aren't able to auto attack people. See, that's just from doing W and recast W. So I would say that being able to practice it so that you can do it without recasting is kind of crucial. But if you're just getting used to it, then, you know, feel free to just, you know, press the recast down. But you will run out of a little bit more energy that might screw you over for your play that you might be making with your W. So yeah, the 3 steps that I would say, the way it goes is obviously you go 4 W, but the way I like to do it is obviously, you know, when you're playing League, you know, especially if you're unlocked and stuff, you're going to be moving your mouse around a lot. But you really just want to try and keep your mouse in the exact same position when you are placing a ward down. Because if I do this and then I do this, if you see as I'm hovering over the ward, there is a small, pretty small hitbox for the ward itself that you can dash to. But if your cursor happens to move, then I'm pressing W right now. Oh, well, you jumped to that one. I'm pressing W right now, and it's not taking me anywhere. So when you do the ward hop, just think of it like this. You're going to place your ward down. You're going to keep your cursor in the same position, and then press W. You'll get used to the motion, and then you can quickly reposition so that if you're doing like an insec, for example, you can quickly move your cursor from the ward hitbox over to whoever you're trying to insec or, you know, combo or whatever you're trying to do off the ward hop. Once you get the feel for how to ward hop consistently, the rest of Lee Sin's combos become a lot more simple. I would honestly say this is the hardest part of learning the champ mechanically, just getting used to the ward hops, understanding the range, because the final thing I'll touch on is that your ward range is actually smaller than your W range. Very slightly. So do not try and ward hop off the assumption that because your W goes to here, your ward is going to go to here, because it's not. It's very slightly small. So play off your ward range, get a good feel for that. You know, start with small ward hops to get used to it. Just get that 1-2 motion down. You know, 4W, index finger, middle finger, index finger, middle finger, and then yeah. And then, you know, like once you get really comfortable with that, the rest kind of, it sorts itself out. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, thank you for watching.